So tonight I'm going to make strawberry streusel muffins for tomorrow morning's breakfast. They're very easy to put together, and I'm going to show you how. Let's start first with the ingredients. So to make the streusel topping, we're going to start off with 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So those are the ingredients for our streusel topping. For our muffins, we're going to use 3½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, 4½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and we're back to the salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 cups of buttermilk, 1 stick of melted butter that I've cooled, 1½ teaspoons of lemon zest, that's about 1 lemon, 2 eggs beaten, teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 cups of diced strawberries. So those are our ingredients for our muffins. So let's begin with our streusel topping. We're going to combine all the dry ingredients for the streusel topping into a bowl. So this is, again, 1 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to combine that together. Okay, so I've combined together all the dry ingredients for my streusel topping, and now I'm going to add the 6 tablespoons of butter, and then again with a fork or a pastry blender, you're just going to mash the butter into the dry ingredients until it resembles really with wet sand or small peas. So I've mixed the streusel topping, the butter into the dry ingredients until it resembled wet sand or small peas. And now I'm just going to pop that into the refrigerator while I mix the muffins. Okay, now comes for the incredibly easy part. So I've combined all the dry ingredients for the muffins in this bowl. And again, that is 3½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, 4½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 1 teaspoon salt. And 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And now I'm just going to whisk them together. And now I'm just making a well in the middle of the dry ingredients. And now in this bowl, I've combined all the wet ingredients. So that's 2 cups of buttermilk, 1 stick of melted butter, 1½ teaspoons grated lemon zest, 2 beaten eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And now I'm just going to pour the wet ingredients into the well I made in the dry ingredients. and stir to combine. Okay, so I've mixed the batter and I've just mixed it to combine. Trying very hard not to over mix the batter because that will make the muffins tough. So really you just want to blend the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients until they're combined, and that's it. So now I'm going to take the 2 cups of diced strawberries and fold them into the muffin batter. Just lightly folding just until the strawberries are incorporated. That looks good. And now it's time to fill our muffin tins. And to tell you the truth, I've never tried this recipe before. There were strawberries in the supermarket, and just when you walked in, the smell of fresh strawberries was pretty overwhelming. So I knew I wanted to do something with strawberries. There was no rhubarb, so no strawberry rhubarb pie. It just seems too early in the season for strawberry shortcake, so I thought to myself, what about muffins? I love blueberry muffins. I love berry muffins. Never actually just tried a strawberry muffin. And the batter for this is pretty much an all-purpose muffin batter. You could mix any kind of fruit you like, banana, walnut, apple, blueberry. But I'm going to try strawberries. So yeah, we'll see if it works. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a little secret as to how I get muffins to be uniform, and that is with an ice cream scoop. I just scoop the batter into the muffin tins, and that way each tin gets an equal amount of batter, and they're all going to come out uniform. So now it's time to scoop in our muffins. So I'm just going to take a scoop of the muffin batter and then put it in the muffin cup, just like that. Okay, so our final step before putting the strawberry muffins into the oven is to sprinkle our streusel topping on top. So I've taken the streusel topping out of the refrigerator and just crumpled it up a little bit with my hands. And now I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top of each muffin. Okay, now I'm going to pop these in the oven at 350 degrees and bake them for 20 to 25 minutes. So the muffins baked in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, and at that point I checked them with a toothpick, and the toothpick came out clean with just a few crumbs on it, so I knew the muffins were baked, and they are now cooling on a wire rack. And there you have it, strawberry streusel muffins. And when I tell you that the kitchen it's a heavenly smell of strawberries and cinnamon and sugar, and it's well, I wish they had scratch and sniff videos, but they do not. So you're gonna have to take my word for it. Hopefully, they will taste as good as they look. So we will let these cool for a bit, and this recipe makes about 18 muffins. So these 12 muffins are going to cool for a bit, and the last 6 are in the oven now. So while those bake, I'm going to sit down and relax with my date for the evening. Just got her new book. Yep, on a Friday night, this is what I do. And we'll wait for the last 6 muffins to bake. And by that point, the original 12 should be cool enough to try. Okay, so my muffins have cooled, and I've taken one out, and it's cooked perfectly. So now I'm just going to cut into it. Got a nice amount of strawberries. And now I'm just going to give it a taste. Mmm. 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 That's really good. They're not overly sweet. You can really taste the strawberry. It's a good muffin. So I hope you'll give this recipe a try. It's really good. So till next time.